my god, honey, do you see this?
The Roottrees, no. They were so young and full of life and chocolate. Hello.
We're back for session 6, I think.
Yeah.
And our goal is to beat this game, since we only have
8 more to go.
8 to go before the important chart point, which I just read in my mind as chart part.
The chart part?
Yeah, the chart part. I want to get to the chart part.
I want to get to the chart part.
So, regarding the chart part, what I've been sort of thinking about is the, I'm wondering, I think I mentioned this last time, like, I'm wondering what the basis of this family tree is. So, is it the family tree according to someone, or is it like the omniscient, mystical family tree?
Well, I think like the what I'm getting, and this could be wrong, but what I'm getting from like the limited explanation we got is that this is not information we're discovering. Like, the person who tasked us with this has all this information already.
Right.
Like, they just want to see if someone else can get to it just using the public record, so that it's not her word against theirs. Right?
Right.
So, like, I think that's kind of the angle that I'm getting here.
Yeah, it was interesting. We had that last, the explanation, and, we don't know who the author is. It seems to be an older woman, and what I thought was, but they were saying
They're writing a book.
They're writing a book, but they were also saying that what I'm calling the EC part, which might not even be. So yeah, you're pointing to Lauren. It could be. Is it Lauren or Laura? I don't even know.
It's Lauren.
Lauren. So you're pointing to Lauren. So her hair kind of looks like Lauren's hair. Although she even.
Laura.
Is she alive? I mean,
she'd be like 70.
No, I think. No.
No.
The
Younger.
next generation is the Clark and Carl generation are like in their 70s. I think.
No, because the original 5 pieces came out in 1922.
Mm-hmm.
So all the 5 pieces were born in 1922.
Yeah, so that generation was, let's say, born in the 20s, so then the next generation was born in the 40s, so Lauren was born in the 40s.
Right, so it's 1998.
Oh, yes, I'm forgetting it's 1998. Okay, yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's you could think it's Lauren, or it could be that the person who's ordering all this is the person in the box, like they're the mysterious. I mean, I'm assuming that the box is going to be EC. And what's kind of interesting is...
It's going to be EC's child, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So, I don't know, it's kind of interesting, because we're seeing... I want to look at that part again. So, we're seeing a dotted line from the marriage over to the right, and then we're seeing a dotted line down, but, like, we're not seeing a dotted line from, like... So, like, when Gwen had a child out of wedlock, it was, like, I think it came right out of her. Well, it literally did. Probably. Oh no, it did. It came from that line. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was from the same person. I'm wondering if there was like.
What do you mean it was from the same person?
Like Walter was the father of both.
Was he?
That's the implication I get from this.
Is it?
Yeah, because otherwise there would be another father.
Well, the other father wouldn't be on the family tree, possibly, because. Oh, so that's petty as hell. That they're like. Oh, one of them was born... No, that doesn't make any sense. Why would the second younger brother be the one who was born out of wedlock?
Because they got divorced.
That's stupid. I don't agree with that. I think... I took it as Gwen had, like, an affair. There's probably
There's probably, like, a canonical explanation.
Yeah, no,
that also tells us what Robert Roottrees did with his life.
Yeah, so we'll probably find out. I mean, there's probably something... There may have been already something in the notes, and we just ignored it, each based on our own assumptions. Mine that this was the product of a different relationship, and yours that it was the same.
Yeah. On a tangentially related note, the developer has told us that there is another new version of the game, which we are not playing on yet.
I think it's just minor tweaks, like he'd mentioned fixing typos, and there was one screen that he gave us.
He gave us a blurred screenshot.
Yeah, so he said it was something we've already searched, and he's made it easier So, like, it's fair to give it to us because we would have seen it, but...
it would also call attention.
Right. It was called undue attention to it. So, so I think it's unfair. So we decided to not look at it unless we get stuck. And I don't know. I was thinking about asking, like, what it pertains to. And I do, you know what? I'm not even going to ask. I really like to solve this on the, you know, I guess maybe the marginally more difficulty. And again, I was falling asleep as we were finishing up, so I don't remember quite where we left off. I think I looked over our playthrough, and I think we spent the last, like, 20 to 30 minutes just kind of stuck.
Right.
Going back and forth, so we should
focus, right? Like, let's pick an area that we really want to get into.
I don't think so. I think we should go back to I should examine the evidence.
You mean go back to our list here?
Yes, review that because this is what's telling.
We're down to campaign mailer 1. But the Roottrees Motors ad still has 1. Could
they be the same one? Like,
well,
that's another question. Like,
because the campaign ad led to Roottrees Motors.
Oh, well, maybe it's not the same one. But that's another interesting question. Like, if we've already seen, like, there have been several cases where there's more than one way to solve.
But that's this. She's the one.
Okay.
Because we didn't lock her in yet.
Yeah, and then there's Wilkins. So Wilkins is probably the one for the motor, like.
Right.
For one or one or the other. Like.
Well, no, because only blood relatives count towards importance scores.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. Yeah, so she's probably the one on there.
So we're starting to talk about, like, actual gameplay. So I'm going to start the timer.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so I think we should just go back to the that makes the ones kind of difficult.
Right.
Not difficult, but it's just like it's just because those could very well be things you've already figured out. They haven't been locked.
Right. So here's November Roottree, the travel agent. What I think is interesting is, like, we're down to kind of like a few groups of things that are not locked in. So this is one group here, right? Elias Jr.'s family.
Yeah, we don't know anything about the Madsons.
Right.
Or not the Madsons. No, Madsons, yeah.
We think Bethany is right. We think we had her as a college student.
Yeah.
But she's not. We know the name is right. We know the picture is right.
Right. We've been told they're siblings, so...
We've been told they're siblings.
It has to be right. I'm not even going to argue with that. And I think I feel good about Eli's daughter.
Well, we don't know her name.
Yes, we do.
Wait, which one? I'm sorry.
Eli M's daughter who works at the...
Oh, Tessa. Yes. No, we're good. So we think we have those two, and we think those are locked in. If we get a name for this baby and a job for him, that's our 4. Mm-hmm. Alternately, right, if we could figure out November, who, like, up until now has been, like, nowhere.
We don't even know Edward Rootree's wife.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's only 2 names left in the list, and we don't have to have those names to finish
but there has to be a way to figure it out.
There has to be a way to figure it out, but most likely, like, when we figure out November, it'll give us this too.
I'm still thinking... Oh, no, never mind. I just saw that the 5 pieces ad, the one that's on the screen, has a 0. Because I was kind of wondering if, like... Remember, I was wondering if, like...
If, like, the names they chose here...
Yeah, if they had any relevance, but I guess not, since it's a 0 now.
Yeah. So then...
Or it's something... Or it's only related to people we've already... It could be there could be more we didn't figure out, but because we identified the people other ways, it didn't matter.
Didn't matter, right. So... Is this referring to the Teen Blast article?
Yeah, so Teen Blast, that got us... That's what got us wrong Roottree, which was, like, kind of, unexpected. I wonder, could we...
I forget where Teen Blast is. Text?
Maybe. Probably. Yep. I wonder about... what I was thinking is maybe we could just... Did we ever search for Gwen Roottree affair? Well, we know she's had affairs with several people, but I wonder if we just figure out the progeny of the second child. So, and it might be in the magazine.
Let's just remind ourselves, because she's notable, right?
Yes. I think we'll probably find more about her in the
Starlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we kind of got. It took us several. We were several pages deep before we were able to get to the good name of the guy she married. Remember, there was like another guy she started with, and then you had to search for him, and then it was like, oh yeah, he's.
Yeah, but
like, by the way, he's not.
No, it took us a while to get to Starlight because it's right here.
Okay. But I think we might have already known that by the time we got to this page. Infamous. We have a child on the way. That's how we'll honor both of our family names for the next generation. That's interesting. Oh, because he's alliterative and she's Roottrees. Okay.
Right.
But then we found out more about him, like that they went to Paris or something. Remember something about her, and there was something about her, like, there was a reason she went to Paris. It was because Wild Bill
That's
went
where his
there.
family was.
Yeah. So I was wondering if we could find anything. I was wondering if we could find a hint about, so we can know for sure whether the second kid is his, but I just don't think so. That doesn't make sense to me. Oh, typo alert, caliber. I don't think that's how you
I glazed over it. Where is it?
On the bottom. I think it's
no, that's
isn't it BRE or is that?
I think that's
how you spell that version of caliber. I don't.
That's how you spell Excalibur.
I don't think that's correct. So maybe look it up. I could be wrong, but I think that might be a typo. Wouldn't get picked up by spell check because of Excalibur, probably.
Yeah, but here's a serious suggestion for the developer. Where's Clippy?
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
But we're not typing a document.
I mean, Clippy's also like trademarked, but yeah. I think Clippy would know. I'd highlight this and he'd be like, "What can I help you with today?" And I'd be like, "Clippy, is this spelled right?" He'd be like, "I don't know. I'm a paperclip."
Oh, interesting. So
is it like a British versus Americanism?
No, I thought it was, but so when you search for I searched for Caliber BUR and I got just like company names. So I was like, oh, then I think I'm right. It's not right. But then there was like a sub search that was like Calibur versus Calibure, but then it took me to Caliber versus BRE, which is American versus UK English. So either way, there's an E and not a U in that.
Sure.
Yeah, there's not a U. I'm spell checking. It's helpful. Okay. There, now you have 9 typos.
Brother, this would be Team Blast.
Yeah, don't forget that Starlet is like olden times. It's like when they want to look up Lena Lamont. That's how you have to think of it. Or like, whatever. Or like,
and I can't stand
or like the actual Debbie Reynolds, like from the 50s. Okay, is TMS... Would this be... one of the creators of Brother Trouble? Did we ever search did we ever search the second brother? Maybe he's also in entertainment?
Well, that's what I'm thinking, like...
Well, Ronald is the one we know is in entertainment, right?
Maybe he goes by Ron Roottree.
Yeah, but I don't know if he'd be in Teen Blast. He's like a producer.
Okay, but maybe the other one is.
Maybe he's a Teen Heartthrob.
What's the other one's name? Robert. Robert Roottree.
And they both got like luscious blonde locks. I think I really think you're barking up the wrong tree.
I know. I'm just kind of.
If you can't be serious.
I'm being serious, but I'm also kind of brute forcing a little bit.
No, I don't want to do that. Okay, let's go with the biggest clue is those lists. So you want to go back to the.
Is there like
the Clark thing?
I'd like a Paris newspaper.
Where's the did we ever find the reference to Paris? We didn't even find that.
No,
so there's something.
I know the reference to Paris is here.
No, there was a not just the picture. There was another reference to Paris. There was a reference to that Wild Bill's family was from Paris, or he had moved to Paris, or something, and that's why they were in Paris. This is not.
Yeah, but I didn't think. I don't think that.
There might have been a clue in there about the boys that we just glazed over.
Is there a clue in here about what he does for a living? Is what I want to know.
I don't think so.
Millionaire playboy.
Yeah, they just look like rich kids.
Yeah.
It's like very impressive side parts. Yeah, I think no.
This guy's got like definite Dazed and Confused vibes.
I don't know about that, but so I would like to find where we found out that, maybe it was in one of the diaries, where we found out that Gwen, like where we found out why they're in Paris. Just because maybe that had another clue to his identity that we missed out. Unless it'll be hard to find. Gwen has taken up permanent residence in Paris. Let me just go back to the beginning. Just a cousin, and then she says second cousin, so that says they're a second cousin, or so she thinks. And they deliberately, I never met. I never met all those people. Not just. I thought they were like deliberately not telling you the gender of Sam, which is also true, but not in that spot. Cousin Angie. Unravel the mystery. Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I genuinely didn't mean to do that. I know, I'm sorry.
Eli and Riggles we did that. Mentioned Sam grew up near the farm. EC and John.
Right, we saw EC was a farmhand. EC is also like egg cream flavor from the first set of 5 pieces. So, like, is the implication EC was a child of Elias through an affair?
Right. Is that who he's near? Like, who's he near? He's not from...
He's from the Anderson farm.
Okay.
Which is Elias's wife's family's farm.
I'm saying, where is the... No, but EC is the same generation as Lauren. Lauren is the generation after the 5 pieces.
Who says that Lauren is... Who says EC is any generation?
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Sam. You're right. Okay, so EC is above, probably, likely above Sam.
Yeah, Sam. Okay. Sam is like 5 pieces generation.
Okay,
and Sam is the new generation.
EC is 5 pieces generation.
Boldly going where no man has gone before.
Oh gosh, I don't know what to do.
Okay, let's take a deep breath.
The one with the most clues is still Clark, right?
In with the good clues, out with the bad.
The one with the most information is still Clark.
Yeah, so this still is telling us a lot. So, let's see. Written in 1964, Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, he's far too young. Barely 18, Danielle's much older, so we got that name. Jacob and I got married at 17, we got his name. Papa So Proud, first marriage in Clark's generation, belongs to his family. I was first married in the next gens, but never seen.
So I don't know why that's important. Like, there's a whole paragraph. There's like 2 sentences that refer to who's the first to marry. Dancers. We pointed that once before. We
have musicians. We have artists.
Who's a dancer?
No.
Musician, artist, dancer, and choral. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Okay.
So, like, my theory, someone is actually a dancer.
Yeah. Okay, so musician.
Or musician.
Director.
Like, this whole generation is, like, musicians and dancers.
So he's for a dancer.
Oops. Not a comedian.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean...
Doesn't strike me as a dancer. Maybe she's a dancer, he's a musician.
That makes... I really don't know.
Because they're all free spirits. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're free spirits. Are we missing anybody else?
Preacher. No, but, like, technically, they're all skewed because these are the free spirit age people.
Right. It's, like, really confusing So like some it's a little like some for some reason like I'm finding the levels just like there's nothing wrong with it. It's just me. It's just so hard to figure out these levels.
So I think this is a big gap. Really early on, we got the name of his architectural firm, and I can't remember how we got to that. Right?
I don't remember. Yeah, but you went down that rabbit hole before, and I don't know how we did it. How did we find out he was an architect anyway? What were the first searches we did?
History function. Where are you? Okay. So what we said? We said Elias Roottrees, right?
Okay. And who is it? It's a younger Elias. Who is it?
Oh, come on.
Who is it?
You're killing me.
Who's the name we're trying to get? He's another Elias, or who is he? Pieces. Blood stickers.
Oh, maybe it was was he a Watchman of the Year? I don't think he was.
Any child linked by blood to...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and Hunched-Top House did absolutely nothing.
And I'm sorry, I got off of that before you were done reading it, but I
know, but I don't. I'm trying not to like get the gist because there may have been things we read before that meant nothing that would mean something else. That's why I'm really trying to go back and be. Because if we just skim over it and get the same and glean the same thing from it we did before, we're not going to get anywhere. So I just want to look for those little things. It's weird that Hunched-Top House seems unrelated to the Roottrees. That's kind of interesting. So I wonder if Hunched-Top House is a clue to like EC. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Oh, I get it.
Like maybe that.
So if we.
We didn't get anywhere with Hunched-Top House, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if that has to do with like the missing branch of the family.
Right.
An old residence. Do you want to search for Hunched-Top? Like maybe it's somebody's last name. You know what I mean? It was worth a try.
Alright, so
Sam Hunched-Top. EC Hunched-Top.
How did we... Yeah, right?
So we're looking... It's Elias Roottrees Jr.'s progeny that we're trying to figure out?
We started just by Googling them, right?
Right.
And the Roottrees Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Stop it. Sorry.
Yeah, I think we did. This is what we looked at, right? Gwyneth, Fam Farm. Every president is a direct descendant, including the current. 5 pieces, flavors, branched out to other products. They all include Maple. Sister company Root specializes in children's clothing. Okay. I don't think there's anything else we can get from that.
Did we ever get anything from this?
From Anderson? No. I don't think we ever looked. We just used it to like connect people. To, figure out Eli being a farm tractor repair person.
Right. What's her name again? Sarah?
Who?
The matriarch.
Gwyneth?
Yeah, so I said Sarah.
Obviously Sarah. Why wouldn't it be? I'm just not one of those women. Does Business Watch or something?
Oh, sorry. Well, at least they put Team Blast.
Please, I will murder you. You start with searching. Ye golden people in Team Blast.
Because Business Watch was like one of the first ones we got.
Yes. So why don't we search Carl? Why don't we search Carl again? That was the first thing we did was search Carl because he was Watchman of the Year. Rolling out 5 pieces to the global market. Okay. Let's just search for Carl because he was the very first, and I don't think we ever went back to his article. No, not helpful. Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, we have...
It's probably on a 0 right now.
Yes, they're both zeros.
I think we're missing an info dump, and I think we have to try to find it.
Yeah, we are 100% missing an info dump.
And it's coming from the Clark.
Oh, here we go. We didn't get the name of the architecture firm.
Factory. I didn't think we did, but I was going with it. Let's go. This has 0 though. 5 pieces. 5 children. That's so weird. Like in 1922, 5 pieces. Hold on. Elias has a daughter, the first of 5 children. Is the leftmost person on the list a woman right now?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's Gwendolyn. Okay, I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
That would have been too easy, but. Okay. Just want to make sure we got that correct. And then Elias was the first son. Yeah. But it's interesting because it says very clearly when the candies were rolled out in 1922, it was named after his 5 children.
And Miracle had not been born yet.
Yeah. That's so clear. So something happened.
Right.
Somebody was counted as a child and is no longer.
Right.
Oh my God, Maury.
Elias Roottrees, you are the father.
He doesn't look anything like me.
I know the rest of what you're going to say, and it won't make sense to anybody except us.
No.
But
now I have to tell the story. So this guy was on Maury. Not that I really watched Maury, but there was a guy in Maury, and like he was the father of the 2 kids, and he goes to the screen and he's like, "They don't look anything like me. That one's fat. And that one's Chinese." And I don't know why, but it was hilarious. And they were like babies.
Just stuck with us forever.
Just become a running joke now.
Yeah.
That one's Chinese. Okay, anyway. Now that that's out of the way. Okay. Alright. Utilize my education well? Maybe, I don't know how to find out her education, though.
I mean...
Let's just go back. So the first marriage, we read all of that. I don't know if we got anything.
Maybe.
I feel like
there's something we're missing an info dump from here. Something like
let's.
Did we ever?
Yes, we did.
We did swashbuckle my heart.
Yes, we did. It gave us nothing. We try again.
Because
the rabbit hole we went down last time was the books that were based on Carl's medieval whatever. It was like court jester.
Right.
Like romance in the court. Like gesture of my loins or whatever.
Oh dear Lord.
I'm getting punchy. I've been staring at this for too long. Roottrees.
Is she a Roottrees?
She sure is.
Okay.
Or is she not? No, she's
Madsen.
You're right. I lied. Well, she is a Roottrees.
Yeah, but...
I lost track of who's a Madsen, who's a Masden, who's a...
There's no Masdens. She's a Rafferty? No, she's...
Oh my God.
God, what is she?
Is she Rafferty? No. Yeah, she is. She's Rafferty's...
Yes, she is a Rafferty.
Yeah, she's Clark's mother. That's why Clark doesn't know his father. We had all this, like, we were like... I think we were both thinking, like, oh, like... Clark's the one born out of wedlock because he doesn't know his father or something. But then it turned out his father died in the war. And we were like, oh, sorry. Sorry, Clark. X marks the spot.
Oh, hello.
I would have, like, sworn that we searched this.
As did I, but here we go.
Maybe we didn't search the book. Maybe we just Googled it. Oh, my God. Like, I knew we definitely searched it, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Did she change her name to Roottrees for that?
Google it. We gotta Google the book now.
We'll something it.
Yeah, let's spider search it. Oh, interesting.
No, she changed her name.
A buried treasure. Revisiting the diary 10 years later. That's gonna be our
We found it!
Oh my God. What's ridiculous is like, it's dumb because we obviously overlooked it. Yeah, because I know we searched that book, but we must have just spider searched it and never actually reached the book. Okay, a new version, dun 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 dun, in 1975. So this is still kind of old. It has no pictures, but has many new passages that reflected our thoughts 10 years later. One major event that happened between releases that changed Lauren's outlook on certain subjects: the death of Elias. and then her father, I imagine.
Yeah.
Summary of the fallout has been added to your notes as well.
No, grandfather.
Grandfather. Her father is who?
Rafferty.
She married?
Oh, no, she married Rafferty. No, wait. I'm confused. Her father's Clancy.
Clancid, okay.
Clancid.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so some intrigue.
I don't want to eat this Clancid meat.
Okay, so something happened when Elias died. There must have been some kind of fight over his money, and we're going to find out.
Yeah, like...
Read the text.
Oh.
Actually, let's look at the importance list, because I want to see what happened. So now Clark is at 0.
Right. So then, revisiting the diary, Sam is at 2.
I still had 6, though. Elias' scandalous will. Okay, let's not spoil it. Okay, I just wanted to kind of see what happened. So yeah, we see that's gone now.
We did it! Yay!
Oh, thank God.
Lo hicimos.
I don't know how we missed it, but it just shows you the value of just like going back.
Alright, Elias's scandalous will.
Dun, 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 dun.
The new diary starts with a chapter that fills in the 10 years between the release and re-release of the diary. Major incident was Elias Roottrees' death and fallout. Samantha Roottree. She and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance. He had a stipulation that Sam retain the rights to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it.
Okay, stop for a second. The farm, I thought belonged to Gwyneth's family, but it came into his hands, I guess?
Or
the farm made the maple?
Yeah, it was like the Anderson farm, yeah.
He kind of took it over, okay.
Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen.
Is Patricia Christensen? Yeah, is she the one we have as his wife? That's like Aunt Patsy or something.
Hold on. Okay. Wait, I'm on the welcome page. I want more pages. Okay. We got all this. Can I delete these notes?
Sure.
Awesome. Okay.
I hope we don't regret that.
Samantha Roottree got the farm. The illegitimate daughter of Eli Jr. and Patricia Christensen.
Sam retained the rights to run the farm. She didn't get the farm. I would just say runs the farm.
Bought the farm. No, runs the farm. Okay. Some cases, none of the 5 pieces were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam, who had been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. Patricia, the daughter of a local steel mogul, and Eli Jr. harbored a secret romance at age 16. She became pregnant, and after the birth, her father refused to let her see Eli Jr. ever again. Her baby, Samantha, was sent to the Roottrees. Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as E.C. Okay, so E.C., the farmhand...
So raised by E.C.
Raised Samantha.
Okay.
Patricia was married off to a much older man and sent away. Almost. None of the next gens had ever met or heard of Patricia until she unexpectedly reappeared, now going by Patsy. After Patsy's husband died...
She married Eli Jr.
She married Eli Jr.
So Eli Jr. sounded like he stayed single until he reunited with her. And this was Eli Jr. have no children on the map?
So Eli Jr. had never taken another lover.
Yeah. When Patsy and Eli Jr. finally married, Elias decided Sam should have been a Roottree in the first place. Even though she was not part of the Clancy trust, he wanted to include her in family affairs. That's what led to Lauren's initial entry entitled Sam.
Okay.
But they didn't find out.
Wait, but so now this is not this mysterious thing here. Like, we know this is Patricia Christensen.
Mm-hmm.
We know
this is Samantha Roottree.
And we know this is her.
Right. Why aren't we getting
And we know she's a farmer.
Oh, that's right.
Oops.
You're the farmer. Yay!
Booyah!
Okay.
It was confusing because we thought Sam was the secret, but there was a box for her there all along.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was confusing, but it's, it's not meant to be easy.
Okay, we got there.
Okay. What do you got now? 45.
Sleuth!
Okay, so let's go back to that. She married some rich dude, right?
Yeah.
A rich older man.
Yeah, but then
we have his name right.
She came back.
Mm-hmm. But that's so weird, but then her son ended up running the company.
Yeah, Ernie Jr. ended up running.
That's bizarre.
But he's not in the Clancy Trust.
He's not?
No.
I thought they said she's not.
Well, if she's not, her children aren't.
I don't know. He's enough in the family to run. That threw me last time too, because I was like, that can't be. Although it clearly is an illegitimate child, but I was like, that can't be right, because how is someone who's not a blood relative or not recognized as a blood relative gonna run the whole damn company?
This must have been the RR affair. Like trying to get her entire family line delegitimized.
But isn't RR like 2 generations down? No, 1 generation down.
1 generation down.
Is Carl's generation? Okay.
He's here.
Okay, let's go back. So Scandal's Will, we actually got what we needed to get from the Scandal's Will.
Yes. Okay.
That was it. Okay.
That was it.
We kind of like knew this all along. Okay, let's see.
Team Blast, why?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Why, Team Blast, why?
Let's see, we have a flashing text. We have something I'm not seeing.
Revisiting the diary, Sam.
Sam, okay.
This is a page of additional notes and context from the anniversary release, a companion piece to the entry about Sam. Clearly, I didn't know our true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Roottrie. All my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwen never was. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. It's been a long, long time since any real Roottrie was excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather.
So Gwyneth is their daughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, let me just find Gwyneth really.
Gwyneth is Ernie's sister, right?
Right.
Yeah.
She has a green thumb, so she's a farmer.
Potentially. Yeah. Okay. Potentially. Let's see. Can I go back to that article?
Oh wait, when we have her picture.
Yeah, because one was Gwyneth and one was Gwendoline. Okay.
It's like down to pictures. We have those two.
Okay. Can we go back? But this is so weird though. Like if you think about this, so no one knew about Sam, and suddenly after Elias's death. So who was the second?
The second president was
Zach. So Zach is president.
And Gus got passed over for Zach.
Gus got passed over for
Zach. Even he was being groomed. And then Gus got passed over again for Ernie Jr.
And now all of a sudden, right, they've like just met the Madsons basically, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden Ernie Jr. is being groomed for the thing. Patsy with glasses doesn't have.
We don't have a picture of Patsy, so it doesn't matter.
Sam's a spinach Patsy with jet black hair and green eyes. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did. Okay, but we already have her picture.
Her children have that covered. Her children have thick glasses. Hold on. Wait, does this person have glasses? I can't even tell. No, they're not wearing glasses.
They both have glasses.
No.
It's hard that that person in the back, I'm like very confused by. I can barely see.
So
her children both have glasses. Okay, that's how you get Ernie's picture. We did it by look. Remember, I wasn't sure. So we did it by looking.
We did process of elimination to get Ernie's picture.
Right, but you could also get it you could also confirm it by the glasses. It wasn't really elimination. It was like we kind of guessed like which one was him and which one was Clark just based on what they looked like.
And these two were standing together too.
But that's a good point.
No, they're not. These two are not standing together.
But it's kind of interesting though because it's like, I didn't even think about the glasses. I didn't even think about like, oh well, this guy has glasses. Clark doesn't have glasses. I was thinking it was like sunglasses.
I'm just used to people having glasses.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the Sam. I want to go back to Sam.
Okay. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm's operations would pass to Samantha Roottrees.
Typo right here on revisiting Sam operations.
Oh, Persians, yep. Yes. Persians would pass to Samantha Roottrees for as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money after all, and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity.
You bitch.
Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor.
That's where he hangs out with John. Okay.
And I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Okay, so we know what that means. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why he hung out with maybe John Miller, has him and his roommate.
Him and his roommate. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive them either. But even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problems with us next gens, but she has palpable hatred for the five pieces and Elias and Gwyneth.
So probably Sam.
Sam committed some kind of crime to which against somebody.
Why?
Resulting in the versus RR thing.
You think?
That sounds like it. And then they tried to cut her out of the.
Oh, maybe I'm just thinking Sam is the one who hired us, maybe because they hinted that because they said the shady part has to do with her, and they also said that she said the book is not favorable toward Elias or toward the
Oh, yes. So maybe we're working for Samantha. That's also
That's
possible.
what I'm thinking. I mean, it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter at this moment. But,
Okay.
So hold on. So she's not part of the Clancy Trust.
No, she's not. She got no candy money.
So she has no money. She just has the farm.
I would have to assume that her children don't get candy money either.
But then how the frig does Ernie Madsen Jr. work for $2 a year?
$4. But yeah.
Well, no, $4 now.
Embezzlement. I don't know.
Yeah, there's more to this. No. Okay. So, looks like we need another info dump. There's still something from Sam. I don't know, we didn't confirm it. So.
We didn't read this yet.
It says 0, though.
As I write this addendum, Clark's gotten married again. No Roottrees has ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob and Gwen divorced Wild Bill just before she had her second. Not even I can blame her for that. I've seen what he gets up to in Starlet, but neither of us ever took a second husband.
Okay, stop right now. I've seen what he gets up to in Starlet, so there's more about him in Starlet that we haven't found about his affairs.
Yeah, but I don't know that's that important.
Okay,
there's...
but also this kind of confirms that what you were thinking is that Wild Bill is the father of.
Yeah, Wild Bill is the father of both,
okay.
Which confirms that they should both have alliterative names.
Right, and then also would make sense why RR is getting the money, because RR is like, I don't know. I feel like it's less illegitimate. Like she was like they were married when he was conceived, basically. So maybe that's part of, you know what I mean? Why do not close it. That's part of why he is part of the trust and Sam is not. But see, the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable someone in this family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. Like, God, you're a bitch, Lauren. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C., that's her brother, stepped up and helped. More than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Is that important? I don't know. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers. We knew that, right? With the advertising. Whenever he could. Eli's marriage seems just fine, and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock. Pun intended. Diamond. So who knows what causes these things? Question mark. I suspect that he's marrying Jane. Oh, interesting. Was funny, like how Jane, she's referring to Jane, like the third one hasn't even happened yet, to keep her from running out on the band. Without her, he'd be the third wheel, and I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio. That's like him, Diamond, and Jane, he's saying? Him, Diamond, Jane, and Kim. They wouldn't be a trio. Okay.
Wait, Kim. No, it's him, Diamond, Clancy.
Oh, yeah.
Clark
gotcha.
and Jane.
Right. I was thinking of the sisters thing, not the C and whoever. But still, I don't think a marriage on such a shaky foundation like that can last. And Lord knows, I was right last time. Lauren, you're nasty. Okay, it's funny because these are 0, but...
Biggest complaint is there are many similar names out there, and I get it. There are 4 Elis for Pete's sake. But that's how it is. Someone would say, I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant, my brother, my uncle, or my cousins. That's why they became Uncle Junior, or Miracles Eli, or Eli C. Our family's names were always... I mean, that's... Like, we figured out Eli Clancy and Eli Miracle.
So these are all hints to things we already figured out. Grandpa Lice was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father was... And Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy. So now you see where my pop's name came from. That also makes me a little wondering about EC, like, honestly.
All the juniors are always the firstborn son. That, I mean, we got that without this
Miracle,
hint.
Eli, and Clancy.
With the women, all goes out the window. Gwendoline got her name from...
Okay, yes, I wasn't wrong about, like, Gwendoline being a strange name. Okay. Caroline, who was Elias's mother? Okay. But she's not on the list, is she? No.
Who?
The grandmother. Oh, so hold on, please stop it. Don't read ahead. So Caroline is like a generation above that Caroline. If you're reading my diary confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problems. I remember once receiving a certified mail for Edward Clancy Roottrees. Had to break the news they got my father's name backwards. Yeah.
But Edward Clancy is a Roottrees.
No, Clancy Edward is a Roottrees.
No, EC, egg creams.
Right. No, I'm saying it hasn't been confirmed, those I'm saying.
No, but this is a hint. Edward Clancy Roottrees is our missing person.
But what? How does he fit in with Sam?
I think he's gay, and so they disowned him because he wasn't going to continue the bloodline.
But then he raised Samantha.
But then he ended up raising Samantha.
Who's his sister?
Yes.
His full sister?
Yes.
Or she like a niece? Hang on. Who's EC? EC is... No, hold on. EC
is the farmhand who raised Samantha.
Right, but he's the child of Elias Sr., or we just don't know?
We don't know who his parentage is.
Oh, so we don't know.
We know he's a confirmed bachelor.
Right.
Means
he's on the farm. We don't know.
Yes. We know
he will join Caroline and P Flag.
Yes.
Okay. So we actually don't know who EC is.
Oh, you know what?
No, but EC...
But this is the hint for the name. They honor the women by naming the girls thematically after the women. She's November, her mother is April.
I actually thought of that.
Yeah.
I actually thought of that off camera, and I was going to mention it.
And then this is process of elimination. His wife is Helen Lennon. Okay. I feel better about that.
Maybe what was the daughter's name in this case? Tessa?
See, I thought this was going to be Tessa.
No, but I'm saying I don't understand why.
But we only have one name
Why
left
does Helen make sense?
This has to be Christina Roottrees.
Wait, could you stop for a second? Could you
Helen?
go the frig back? Why is she Helen?
Because it's the last non-blood relative female name.
But she's not a Roottrees. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And that process of elimination says that the baby is our last Roottrees, which is Christina.
Okay. Maybe after but it could be the mother's line.
And then we just need jobs for November and Robert.
No. Okay. I need you to stop shaking.
I cannot stop shaking. I'm excited. I'm full of energy and excitement for figuring out what the heck these people do for a living.
Hold on a second. Could you just go back to where I just want to get my head straight. Go back to where Samantha is.
Sorry. Samantha is all the way on the left.
Yeah.
Up here-ish.
So Samantha was confirmed as Elias Jr.'s child. EC is Elias's child because he was one of the 5 pieces. So Samantha was raised by her uncle.
Yes.
That's what I just wanted to clear my head with that.
That is correct. So EC adopted Samantha. That's what's going to be here's the little adoption symbol, and there's going to be a line up here too because he's actually going to be one of their children who was disowned at some point.
And then what is you were wondering about the crime, and we just don't know what that crime is.
I'm assuming the crime is something. Well, like either Samantha did something violent, like because or something like despicable, like against her grandparents.
There's something going on.
But I think he's got to be embezzling because he has no salary and no trust.
No inheritance, right? So it doesn't make sense.
Right, and then
maybe someone committed the crime against him.
And they send a plaintive letter saying, like Carl, please put aside your differences. My daughter needs your help.
No, it was Caroline who.
Oh, no, that was different. Sorry, Caroline. Yeah, sorry, no. Caroline said, the Roottrees sisters, my daughter Stephanie Miller needs your help with her campaign. She sent a thing saying, thank you so much. I'm sure this money came from blah 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 blah. Right.
I don't remember, but I remember I was thanking her. Let's go back to it because I don't remember. Maybe it's under.
It's in the photo.
The photo of the 2 of them. Yeah, maybe.
Right, it said, I'm sorry you're unable to make the funeral. Ernie knew how busy your job can be. Full of love, family legacy. It meant about.
See, this was a clue. Ernie more than anyone else on Earth. So that was a clue that he was a president.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm just catching that. I didn't catch that the first time at all.
I mean, this is the Jewish hint. For those watching who don't know, Jewish tradition is burial within 24 hours. That's how I surmise that Edward Jr. is Jewish.
Yep. What's the work you three did together? I know we talked about this.
Well, this is Carl, Brenda, and Ernie together. So Carl...
Brenda too, really?
I mean, I guess so.
Oh, yeah, I guess it goes to Carl and Brenda. Possible. Oh, another typo. Gratitude. There's two. You have two T's in gratitude.
Yeah, so this should only have one T. Correct.
Okay.
The panic and burden of endless bills.
Yeah.
The company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations.
Though it was caught too late to get him on the donor list, so he had maybe like some kind of...
He needed a transplant.
Yeah.
But Ernie and I knew it had to have been Carl that convinced the trust. Okay, so this confirms, like, he had no trust because of Samantha's situation.
And how did he even survive? Do we have her? Did she have a... we don't have a profession for her.
For who?
For the wife.
No.
Because like, how did they even survive?
$4 a year. You just gotta look. You just gotta
pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Her career was extreme couponer.
Maybe. Okay, so what do we have left?
We have to get the occupations of November and Robert, and then I think we're done.
Okay.
So the hint is this generation was all artists, musicians, and dancers and such.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
I don't want to do that.
He looks kind of funny.
Oh my god. Go back, please. There's text that's flashing.
Hold on.
Please.
I don't want to get it by accident. Oh, she's confirmed. When did she get confirmed?
That's weird. She wasn't confirmed a second ago because didn't you just change her? I'm gonna have to watch that on video because now.
Wait, so who's not confirmed? The baby's not confirmed. Robert's not confirmed.
Baby and Robert, is that it? And then
there has to be 4. The baby and Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Gwyneth and Gwendolyn.
Okay. So we need Robert's profession. I didn't realize we got November. So can you click on the flashing text, please?
Oh no, we have Carolyn. Wait, Gwendolyn and Gwyneth. Yeah, okay.
Click on it.
Yes, I'm clicking.
So what is flashing? Something we haven't looked at. I think. There we go. Thank you. It's not a companions piece. It's a fun bonus called Anger. Apparently, this is the first thing she could find that she ever wrote. She knows it was for school assignment about anger, and she believes based on the teacher's name she must have been in the 3rd grade. She doesn't exactly remember the events spelled out here, but she does remember getting in trouble. I got angry when I met a new girl who I do not like. She was dirty, and she did not have a pretty dress. Is this... I would put this in quotes, because like, I'm just judging by the... Unless this is a typo, I'm assuming this is just she can't spell. So I just put this in quotes because it just threw me off because I was like, oh, that's weird. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress.
I like put this whole thing in quotes.
Right, because then I was like, is that a typo or is that just she can't spell?
Or in a font that's like children's handwriting.
Yeah, exactly. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress. Me and Pop walked home in town and she... Yeah, this is definitely the girl's not spelling right. And she hugged him. When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, your Pop is my dad. She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing, so I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. Then Pop took her away. He told me, don't worry, I'm glad she's gone. Okay, that's just...
She met Sam.
She met Sam in the streets.
All right.
So there's going to be something in teen whatever that's going to lead us to... Okay, let's check that again. There's something in teen whatever that is going to lead us to Ron or Rob or whichever. Ron, I think. Context, 10 year anniversary of Lauren's diary is a companion piece that you should have Sam. Such a figure Gwen never wants. Or any kids are lucky to have her. Help the family in their own ways. Does that lead us to do anything about their professions? Or are we missing it? Help the family in their own ways. Oh yeah, we saw Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother. That's what we got. That's one clue we got. So maybe that's what we're supposed to get, and we just haven't confirmed it yet. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to get us. That it's supposed to.
Okay, so we have to go to Teen Beat, Tiger Beat, Teen. We have to go to the teen thing, and we gotta find Rob. I wonder if that was how you're supposed to get November. It was just like
oh, they're all musicians and dancers and stuff, but like nobody else is a dancer, so like, well, someone's a dancer.
Did we ever try if Robert is also a director? Oh, do you like Roottrees Brothers or something?
Yeah, we could try that.
Maybe because I'm just wondering.
Try our brothers.
Because they say that because they do say he's one of the producers or whatever of the Roottrees Brothers or something in the teen thing. Do you know what I mean? So maybe it was actually written by the brothers or something. One adopted. Oh, did we ever search Dustin Christopher Baker?
We didn't, but we could.
I mean, I don't know if it was gonna get us anywhere, but I'm just trying to follow any lead here. Okay, didn't help. Alright. At least we know.
I mean, we could try Team Blast.
You know what I think would be kind of fun for like the end of the game? Like what percentage of search terms you searched. You know what I mean? Like some of them were just like silly, like the one that you did Miracles Roottree, and that was like not. It was just a funny one. So it'd be interesting to see like how many total you searched and like how many quote unquote relevant ones you searched.
I'm gonna suggest. All right. So first of all, there's an extra like new line here. This clue. This is not a clue. This is insulting my intelligence a little bit here. Like, I don't like this.
Yeah, if you haven't already searched. Okay, another typo. If you haven't already searched.
Yeah.
Not search team match to get better results from doing so. Yeah, that's not something you would, or maybe worded a little bit differently, or a little because this is someone else talking to you. This isn't. So when you
like this is very clearly the developer giving me a clue, and this feels like I'm being talked down to.
Right, because the thing is, like, the results are supposed to be like a summary of what you found. In character. Right.
Like this is our character communicating his or her inner monologue.
Yeah, so I'm like summarizing what I found. So like I didn't find, if you haven't researched team match, you get better results from doing so. So maybe it could be something like, I don't know, there just might be a better way to do it. To be like, oh, maybe there's something else. Maybe there's something else I can search.
Did we ever search her in Team Blast?
I don't know. We definitely searched her in general. Did we ever get her picture? We did get her picture with the baby and stuff. Very little gossip. And then also here's another instance of search. You haven't already searched TMS that.
Well, it's the same text.
Well, I don't know if on his end it's something that.
Oh yeah, like you fix it in both places.
Right, exactly. I don't know if fixing one will fix it in the other. I'm not. That is your department more than mine. 38 times. You read every word of every article. Only one thing seems relevant.
See, I just want to know who are the other creators of Brother Trouble.
Yeah, well, maybe we have to Google that. Like spider search that.
Speeder search.
Because it does say one of their creators. But then again, if we put brother in, it should, we put director in, it should work. Or maybe one's a director, one's a screenwriter. Do you think it's I don't think Roxy would do anything.
But maybe he's the writer?
Yeah. Doesn't hurt. No. It's interesting, played by stand-up, so Penelope is a comedian. And we never found out what else Ron Roottrees did. He's a small screen director. Search for Brother Trouble canceled. I think because the hint is attached to teen whatever, it's probably something we have to search.
Well, we got here from teen.
Right, but yeah, alright. I just feel like maybe it's something we're going to have to search in teen blacks, but I don't know what.
Maybe there's something more on the nose here. Nope.
We searched Penelope and she wasn't there. Did we ever search? I probably did search Samantha Roottrees. Just trying to figure out what the crime was.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, for fucking fuck's sake, I need to find out what the last one is on this one. What could it possibly be?
Don't curse. You'll get us demonetized.
Oh, there go my YouTube millions.
I know.
For this unlisted video.
Look, okay. I'm not for anything, but like one of those nice little play buttons would look beautiful on the wall eventually.
Oh my god. Okay. What could that possibly? What
all right,
could we
so
possibly?
confidence.
This is what I want to know. No, what I want to know is what could we possibly glean from Caroline's article? Like, what could it even refer to?
Okay.
Like, are we missing anything on her family tree? What maybe something in her has
book.
to do with what the feud is.
Well, she had a feud with Carl about something, right?
Yeah, we don't know what the hell that was. Maybe they just took sides on the Sam. But the Sam was a generation above them, so I don't know. I do not know. Maybe it had to do with Zach. Maybe it had to do with Ernie getting picked over Carl.
So we know is Gardner a choice? Nope. Okay, so we're pretty sure farmer. She inherited a green thumb.
I mean, she still could be a housewife for all we know.
Yeah, true.
There's a lot of housewives.
So we think that's right.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
We think this is possibly right.
Yeah.
Although maybe not.
You think that might not be Gwendolyn?
Oh no, because my cousin, my sister Gwendolyn and my cousin Bonnie gave up their yes. Mm-hmm. No, this is right.
Yeah.
Down to the pictures, but the glasses are the hint here, and I'm not seeing thick glasses on this.
Yeah,
person.
I know. I agree with that. I co-sign.
So I think this is right. I
guess what I'm asking is what possibly could Caroline's article tell us?
Wait, hold on.
I'm just trying to think of that might help us figure out what to
search. I think this is right. So this is literally the last thing. We need to know what the hell Robert Roottrees did for a living.
But is that baby still a baby? What year was that baby? Maybe they talked about the babies being born. Oh yeah, it was 95 and 97, so that baby's still a baby.
Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking because I just wanted to check, but November's not still 3 feet tall.
Did they maybe collaborate? Are we to infer that he was the director, maybe he was the screenwriter?
I mean, I was thinking that could be the case, but I don't see any evidence for it. I was looking for evidence.
Okay, well, evidence from evidence.
That's a solid guess, but I would have liked to see evidence. Maybe we'll find it. I'm kind of bummed out that we're gonna. Hopefully we'll find out a lot more, or maybe they'll be a little bit just kidding. There's more you need to figure out.
Banana.
Okay, so that's EC and that's John. Or is John just for Edward Clancy or something?
Oh yeah.
He's a farmhand. There's a photo. John, right? John's other farmhand?
Yep.
Was it definitely Miller?
Yep.
I just didn't remember. There is a photo of EC.
Is there then?
Oh, wild. Doesn't mean we have it. Did we ever?
I don't have any faces available at all.
Dang.
Which means it's something we didn't search for yet.
So let's search for Edward Clancy Roottrees, or search for John Miller, or search for the farm. Maybe the farm has like a website. Because Brian Jones does web development as well. He does mailers and he does websites for like all the family's businesses. The first Anderson Maple Farm. No, I didn't get it. Dang it.
But it might. Does that come up with the same thing? Just curious.
Probably. No, absolutely nothing. Which is kind of a little bit dumb because it told us that we searched that. Spider search. Fakey faker. Did he write a book? Did he commit a crime? Is it Anderson Owen or Ian?
I think it's.
Okay. Just want to check. I just didn't want us to
I didn't do that right. Hold on.
I just didn't want us to get messed up over like a simple mistake like that. Yeah, what if did we just search Anderson Maple Farm without the first? Do we have any evidence with a number on it?
Give me a second. I don't think so.
Nope. So they're expecting I was gonna say they're expecting us to know this, or they're expecting us to be able to like do one search and find it. I guess, right?
Yeah, there's something. There's one search.
But it's a search that's not hinted at in any of these, like not directly tied to any evidence we already have, apparently, or maybe we're just beyond that. Maybe that mechanic is dead.
We need to get a photo into our photo thing.
The last two names are optional. You can summon your employer whenever you're ready. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth.
Yeah, but that's cheating.
That's the bad ending. Dang.
Here. I'm not gonna screenshot this for the thumbnail because that'd be a spoiler. Even the shape of this.
That's spoilers. Yeah, that's spoiled. Yeah, are you crazy?
Well, I was gonna delete the names.
Yeah, but no, that's too. Don't do anything. That's very spoilery. I mean, not that anyone's ever gonna watch this, but like. That's okay. If you give me like 6 months, then when this game comes out, I'll have forgotten a lot and I can replay it. I replayed Obra Dinn.
I'm gonna grab this photo here.
Definitely not the same thing, but.
Boop.
Not the same.
Okay.
But I actually did enjoy replaying it and like finding evidence for things I had like assumed.
There had to be like some like.
So there's a couple. So what are the missing pieces so far? I mean, some of it's just maybe they're gonna explain it to us and like it's nothing to do with us searching. But the missing pieces are. Who was EC's mother? We don't know who EC's like mother was.
Oh. Boom.
Holy shit! No way.
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
He's in the 5 Pieces picture.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, let me read this again. That's just the 5 Pieces. Poppy even had it framed. Miracle was in it, and 3 of us are about the same age. It was only 5 pieces. In front of the camera with Mr. Morden.
Oh, that tricky, sis.
So wait, what is the name of Mr. Morden? I'm sorry, I forgot who's in the damn picture now. Is Morden...
Margaline, Miracle, Clansed, Elias Jr., and Gwendoline. And frickin' C.
Shut the front door. But then what does that have to do with him? Hold on a second. They posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden. Oh, they never took the picture, and that was like a red herring. Okay.
That was an Aloysius herring, yes.
Oh, man. I'm glad you looked back at that. I never would have thought of that.
All right. Are you ready?
Dang.
Are you ready to see if we did it?
Because he's a farmhand in the background.
Did we do it?
We did it.
We did it. I think we did it.
We did it. Yeah.
All right, here goes nothing.
Sleuthing, no sleuthing.
Oh, they want me to click it twice? Oh, that's so nerve-wracking. What if I'm wrong? What if it's not John Miller?
Oh, I'm going to smack you.
All right.
Go.
Confirmed!
But we didn't confirm John Miller, it looks like. But it's okay. But first. Okay, to give us that. Yay!
Woohoo! We did it!
100%.
Alright, I'm going to call that time.
Good job, honey.
Yes.
We should. How many hours? So we played the first day for like 90 minutes. Then we did 2.5. So it was like 5, 6. So 7 hours.
Yeah.
Of us.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, we were BSing probably.
Yeah. A lot of it were like kind of getting it our own way.
A lot of it were being dumb. Okay, so it's about 7 hours.
Or you know, like forgetting that like the oldest son is not necessarily the oldest child. Okay. Booyah.
Get your butt in here, Sam. Tell me about the crimes.
Yes.
This isn't even much of a thing, though. I mean, now I want to read the book, though. What's on her shirt? Is that something to do with the farm?
I don't know.
I'm just noticing she's got like a worker shirt on. Like I kind of noticed her shirt, but I didn't notice like as a symbol on it. Anyway, whatever.
My father's Edward Clancy Roottrees and John Miller.
Oh, the truth about her parents. Okay. Dun, dun, dun.
Identical twin.
Wait, her father. Hold on. Wait.
Oh, Edward Clancy and Clancy were twins.
See, I that confused. Her father's her adopted father. Her real father, her biological father's Elias.
Yeah, Elias Jr.'s.
I just got to like. So EC and CE were twins. Okay. Wait, I didn't.
Oh, sorry.
God damn it. At age 16, my father was caught kissing a farmhand. Back then, they wouldn't even acknowledge gay people existed. Having one of the family was unthinkable. The same year I was born, a bastard granddaughter. 2 stains on Elias's perfect family. He decided to fix both. Okay, that's just her notes telling you how you know it. They tried to erase EC. They even removed his 5 pieces flavor. His name was deemed a dirty word. He became EC. We were sent to the farm, and the 5 pieces did their best to keep the next gens away, to isolate me from my family. Because she's a next gen.
Yeah.
EC is a 5P. I don't know why I have to, like, really think about these things.
Okay. Ready?
Yes. But Elias couldn't erase us from existence. Lauren never realized I was the little girl from her diary. Who could blame me for being so confused that day? Her father was an exact copy of mine, except without the beard.
Oh, interesting.
See, I actually didn't catch that.
Yeah.
When she ran up, I thought it was because of, like, that was Elias. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't catch that it was...
Yeah, I thought she was Elias's...
Yeah, I wasn't thinking, like, Lauren is actually Elias's granddaughter, so what we were thinking wasn't true.
Right.
Okay. That could have really thrown you off the trail if you read that the way you're supposed to read it, and that Sam, then you'd think that Sam is Lauren's sister.
Right.
Okay, interesting. Okay. I think we, like, completely glazed over what was supposed to be a little bit of a trick, or you know, a confusion, diversion. And while the 5 pieces celebrated a new factory, farmhands did the real work. It's a fluke there's a picture of my father at all, but there he is in the background, the 6th 5-piece.
Nice.
Patsy returned, and things got complicated for Elias. She fought for my freedom from a life she deemed unworthy. Elias relented, so long as I never learned the truth or received inheritance.
Oh, we never found that book. What the heck is that?
Because we didn't Google Patricia Christensen. Oh, now we gotta Google
it. Now we gotta go Google that.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on, I want to take a screenshot.
Okay. How awful is it that such beauty was ripped from its rightful...
I'm not going to put the author's name because that would be
Okay.
a spoiler for the game.
Right. How awful is it that such beauty was ripped from its rightful fate and worse, sent to live in possession to your brother's twisted twin and outcast, forced to a life of labor under a wicked relative. Patricia Christensen. So that's interesting. So this is another hint of the twin thing that we just blasted right through.
Yeah. We knew they were brothers, but we didn't know they were twins. You might have guessed from Edward Clancy, Edward.
Right, but like that whole little scene...
And that also explains why it's the Clansett Trust and not like the Elias Jr. Trust. It was specifically to prevent EC from inheriting.
Okay. But no, what I'm saying is like that we both just misinterpreted the scene of Sam running up to Lauren's father.
Yeah.
Like, in my mind, she was running up to Elias, like it was her father, and she has a kind of relationship with him.
But Lauren's father's Clancy.
Right, so if we hadn't just completely goofed on that, we would have been like, oh, wait a minute, why is that?
Yeah.
And then we would have been like, oh, twisted twin, like, so we solved it, just
we solved it
missing
without
something kind of big.
Yeah, but like...
Tina Angelina. I'm curious.
I don't know how you're supposed to get to that, but we'll take a look.
Just Googling Patricia Christensen, I guess. Aunt Patsy. But by the time you find out her full name, it's like you have everything. You know what I mean?
Kind of, yeah.
Alright, let's keep going.
Alright, so Elias relented so long as I never learned the truth or receive inheritance. They knew I'd help my father. At Elias's will reading, I learned part of the truth.
Help her father do what?
Like help him with money.
Yeah, so they just didn't want him to have any money?
Yeah.
Assholes. The rest I learned at home. I began to hate the 5 pieces. My father made me stay silent. He was worried history would repeat and that his grandchildren would become outcasts. Okay, but then his grandchildren were like, fine. His fears weren't unfounded. As you know, my son Ernie died a few years ago. He had trained to take over as president, but due to the family politics, or perhaps hubris, it went to Guy, a quote-unquote real Roottrees. He nearly ruined the company.
Right, he had a volatile presidency, as we learned.
Yeah, but how did it end up with Ernie Jr.?
And we knew that Ernie had originally trained to succeed Zach.
Right.
I think I messed up. I mentioned that earlier. I messed up who had trained.
Yeah, I think we didn't catch that was... we read it, but we didn't catch that was an anomaly. We didn't catch oh, wait a minute, why was he...
And you'd think I would have detected the anti-Semitism here, but... Okay.
Yeah, we didn't catch it. When Ernie took over, he saved Roottrees. Over 13 years, he made the family billions. He earned about $36. They got on by Debbie's salary, but when he fell ill, he couldn't pay his medical bills. His death was my tipping point. And
Right.
Ernie was her nephew or something?
I want to go look at the family tree. I'm so confused.
I should know by now because we spent so much time looking at it.
No, Ernie's her son.
Wait, Ernie is her son. I thought it was her son, but then I'm like, why? I'm still confused about how they let Ernie be a real Roottrees.
Right, but there must have been something going on there, right? So they were saying here, they're explaining they got by on the wife's salary.
Yeah.
But here's all the sort of hints.
I do like this recap.
Yeah, I like that it's showing you the hints from the text where you could have gleaned this from.
Yeah.
Because we saw all this and we had the basic idea of this that he doesn't have a lot of money, and
I did miss that he was eccentric and reclusive, opting to forego the typical luxuries of the average Roottrees.
Well, this was literally the third piece of evidence we saw.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out that we
we
definitely
missed that
one. We didn't think
but...
anything of it. And then here's the gratitude.
But we were just talking about that today, right?
Here's the gratitude. I'm just saying. Here's the gratitude typo. Popped up again.
Yeah, but this is the same thing as we were pointing out today. Oh yeah, he had no salary because of the 5-piece guarantee, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm saying we found that him having no salary, him having no inheritance, we found out 6 hours later than when we read this thing about him. So we just didn't connect.
Yeah. Okay.
So I actually am enjoying this recap.
Yeah. So his death was her tipping point. The book was meant to expose Elias's hypocrisy.
until I started to look into other dirty laundry. Ron tried to have Robbie removed from the trust, but couldn't. Robbie was a blood relative, even out of wedlock. Oh, Robbie Roottrees article in Silver Screen. We didn't even get Silver Screen.
Yeah, we didn't even get Silver Screen magazine.
So that's how. So you weren't supposed to guess on Robbie. We just didn't get Robbie. Maybe we had to search Robbie. So this is something we completely missed. Television screenwriter Robbie Roottrees was allegedly quietly tried and convicted under the name Robert Roottrees in a French court of law. It seems he allegedly embezzled from his company RR Productions to fuel a gambling habit.
That was probably...
How the hell did we miss an entire publication?
Probably RR Productions or something was what we needed. Like how? That's question one. How do we get to that book? Like Tina Angelina, whatever.
So I want to try Googling.
And how do we get to? And how do we get to Silver Screen?
Oh, I don't.
Like, I knew there was something.
RR.
But the thing is, like, we didn't even that piece of evidence we missed didn't prevent us from getting the right answer. Like, this is the one guess. Yeah. Everything else, like, there were a couple of...
we guessed on November being a dancer also.
But there was evidence. There was definitely evidence because they're all musicians and artists and dancers.
This was more of like a pure guess.
This was a pure guess. Oh, maybe they work together
because it was about brothers. Like it kept hitting over the head how they were brothers, and it kind of seemed similar. Like they were competitive. It seemed like it might be autobiographical.
Right. So I kind of figured, they're working together. He must have another job on the show.
And we discovered today that Gwen divorced Wild Bill. So he was like a something like.
Truthfully, I was metagaming a little bit, like thinking, okay, like why aren't they mentioning the rest of the production team? Because it seems like they would mention like who the other production team are in this article, and like the fact that it's being withheld tells me that it's something relevant I'm supposed to find somewhere else.
Search,
yeah. So
I must find out how to find. Okay, but so we missed two big things. We missed Silver Screen and we missed Patricia's book. Aunt Patsy's book. Interesting.
Okay.
It might be interesting if it like told. This might be too like annoying to program. It would be interesting if it showed you like it like look at what you missed. Oh, we didn't get the clip. That sounds familiar. The Clancy Trust that Elias established was designed to secure his family's future, his entire family's future. He couldn't write exceptions in without the whole thing falling apart. So what does that mean? That he couldn't write exceptions in?
Like there was no way for Ronnie to get Robert kicked out of the trust.
But then it was not his. But it fucked over EC.
Right.
So I don't get it. What about the entire family? I was gonna read the left, but that's okay. My book can another typo definitively.
It's missing an I here.
My book can definitively prove that Elias was not the paragon of virtue he's heralded as, and that my daughter and granddaughters are just as much family, at least in the eyes of the trust, as anyone else. Well, if RR is in the trust,
what's that?
Like if the two RRs are protected by the trust, that's what I don't get.
Right, but it's because they hid it. It was a secret. Like RR is like acknowledged.
Okay.
Like,
but they became acknowledged.
No.
They had to, or otherwise Ernie would never have been president. This is why I'm still a little bit confused.
No, the president, like the president and the Clancy Trust are different. The Clancy Trust is who can get money. Anyone can be president of the company. Like they want to keep it in the family, but like.
All right, fine.
I mean, he's in the family. Like they acknowledge.
Why did they make him president?
In the family, but they don't get money. That was the deal, right? They mentioned that a few screens back. Like when Patsy showed back up, she said, "Bring my daughter back into the fold." They said, "Fine, but she can't know the truth, and she and her descendants get no money." That was the deal Patsy made with Elias Jr. when they got remarried.
Yeah, it's just weird to
me. Or married.
Okay, these jerks. All right.
Frickin' rich people.
As someone who enjoys searching for the truth, you might understand the power it has. Whitewashing the past to protect the status quo could lead to, I think, repercussions is still spelled wrong.
Yes.
This was the developer pointed out, like, because I said, you have a typo in a text box, and he's like, is it repercussions? Maybe I'm just not on the fixed version, but
Repercussions.
On this, repercussions is still spelled wrong in this version.
Okay.
Okay.
So thank you so much. You knocked it out of the park. With your expert work, the truth is sure to come to light.
Thanks for playing. Thanks for letting us play. That was so much fun.
Yeah, that was great.
I love this game. He told me that he's gonna try to release it on, what is it called? Like itch.io? Is there another way to say it?
Itch.io.
Yeah. I know, like, that's where a lot of indie games go. Yeah, and it would be free, and, like, you could just give a donation. I would completely have paid for this game. This game was great. It's, like, super well formed, so I really enjoyed it, and, like, I really appreciated the opportunity to, like, test it and give feedback and all that stuff.
And to
I really like that for some reason. I enjoy that very much.
Yeah. So, did we miss anything here?
Well, we got it.
I find it upsetting that this didn't lock.
Oh, yeah, give us our lock. Give us our hundo.
Give us our hundo.
Yeah, I want that yellow.
It's not letting me edit it. It's just not yellow.
Mr. Miller needs to be yellow.
I want my yellow.
Yeah, we confirmed our perfection, but I do want to try to find those things we didn't find.
Okay. So, were we supposed to search for, like, RR Productions?
Let's just search. I don't want to search stuff for that until we find it. Let's search for Patricia Christensen first.
Okay.
So if you were just like, oh, let me search family members, like whatever happened to Aunt Patsy, which is funny because she's not someone I would have, you know what I mean, thought of. Why would I have done this? What's weird is, like, why would I have searched her?
I don't know, but there we go.
Well, wasn't somebody married off to a... No,
Tina Angelina, steamy correspondence. There we are.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I'm just wondering if we missed something else. Here's my question: is there something else we missed that would have led us to want to search Aunt Patsy, as they call her? Okay, so we have this, and this is gonna give us, like, some kind of weird twins.
Again, I want this to, like, be a Rolodex. I want this to fan out so I can quickly sift through it.
Right, like, even if it's like a Windows 98, like, thumbnail screen. Cool.
Someone who goes by Patch wrote a letter full of innuendo to an unknown gentleman who it's clear she had a romantic history with. Patch is thought by the book's author to have been Patricia Christensen, a daughter of the owner of Christensen Steel. Her nickname was Pat, and CH were the first two letters of her last name.
Oh, so this is a real letter.
Yeah, Patricia, who would have been in her mid-20s when the letter was written, was married to an older man of no notable status. This letter was most definitely not to him. There were also a few passages after the steamy bits that mention a daughter, leading Tina Angelina to theorize that this letter was written to the father of a child she hid from society in some way.
What a huge freaking clue this is.
The letter ends on a mention of a twisted twin that seems to evoke imagery from classic literature. If not for her story, yours and mine would be the most tragic tale ever told. How awful it is that such beauty was ripped from its rightful fate, and worse, sent to live in possession to your brother's twisted twin. Interesting. Well, I guess twisted twin in the sense that EC is gay.
Maybe?
Yeah, like, this is homophobia right here.
You think?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I'm just putting a nitpicky grammar thing of, like, in possession to your brother's twisted twin. I don't know if that makes sense. But do what you want with that feedback.
Live in possession
of your twisted twin? Or
live in the possession of.
Or we're sent to, like, I feel like it's just trying to say two different things. Unless it's, like, an idiom construction I'm not used to.
Well, like, I like how, like Gmail now has, like, grammar checks and stuff. It's like, replace with simpler language. Like, with.
Yeah, right. Left an outcast, forced to a life of labor under a wicked relative. It's like something...
missing an E.
Unless that is this... No, she's like a steel... She's educated, so she wouldn't be the one spelling that wrong, right? So this may also be a typo.
Yeah.
Something from the start of a children's fable. She deserves not the life she's been sentenced to. Or so, like, is that like a formal thing? Like, she deserves it not.
And this should be she, not he.
Oh yeah, there you go.
She deserves not the life she has been sentenced to. I can't stand to be apart from you both. Someday I shall return to you, and I pray that he has not corrupted her to know his sins. So, don't turn my daughter gay.
She is homophobic.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, lady. I swear that on the joyous day, with all of the strength I can muster, I will fight for our child's freedom. Let us pray her fable has a happy ending. Tina has no theory for what the more cryptic parts of that mean.
All right, so this is major thing we missed, number 1, which...
But I need to understand how we would have got... Did they mention that he's married Aunt Pasita Steele or something?
I don't know. Like, we just would have had to Google her name.
I don't think so. I feel like there had to be something because they mentioned the Steele company, and the Steele has nothing to do with this. So I feel like... You know what I mean?
Did we see a mention of Christensen Steele anywhere?
I don't know. But I feel like that's what might have led us to this. Because I was like, she's not that... Like, she's not notable... She's only there as a... She's only in there as a non-blood relative, like, doesn't matter person. So why would you search her? So I think we missed some...
And I'm assuming, by the way, this just replays the ending, right?
I mean, let's try it, but not now.
Yeah, okay.
So now I want to know how to get to the silver screen... The screen
We
thing.
got nothing. Okay.
Google Ron Roottrees again and see if it tells you his production company name. Like, I don't want to do RR Productions until I find it in here.
Well, but like...
Nope.
Oh, Teen Blast.
This is just too old. Yeah, it's too much olden days. No, I wouldn't search.
What about... Where did we find the list of businesses that...
That's probably it. Brian Jones. Searching Brian Jones and then searching his company. Because we found that he was a business owner, so we're like, oh, let's search him. And I think we get a local paper, and then, like, because if he's local, maybe advertise in the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta do it in the local paper. And then it says, oh, he took over the whatever company that does printing and web design. And then it listed a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't think we probably just thought it was like, oh, he also does it for the brothers, and we just didn't pay attention. Jones Graphic and Print, there you go. Yes, I think that's how we got to the list of businesses. There were like a theater. There's a bunch of stuff it probably does say RR, and we just glazed right over it, because we're like, oh yeah, sure, he's working for them. Like he's working for the whole family, and not realizing like, oh, we should look that up. It even has frames. So Stephanie Jones, Roottrees Candy Company, Holiday Light Post banners, Miracle Network, Roottrees Motors, Butler County School District, Butler Summer Theater.
No, we there's nothing else here.
No.
Let me just go. I don't know how you're supposed to get here, but...
No, you're cheating. Considering the rumors that Ron and Robbie Roottrees, which I was kind of just like guessing at. I was like, this sounds a little bit autobiographical. How are you supposed to get to Robbie Roottrees? I mean, we know he's Robert, but how do we get to Robbie? So he was the crime. Robbie was the crime. That's the embezzlement. That was the crime, right?
Yeah. So
what's interesting was RR versus the Roottrees family. So who's the other person who sued him? Who sued him again? It was Sam or Sam's Patricia, maybe? She was just suing him on behalf of the family. No, RR attempted to remove a family
his
member.
brother. He attempted to remove his brother.
Oh, his own brother. I was getting confused. I know you said this already.
And was embezzling.
Against a fellow family member being himself. Okay. But I kind of want to know more about what happens now, because It's impossible to remove any direct descendant without completely revoking the trust, but there are direct descendants being left out. I don't know. Oh, and I'm gonna look at that hidden picture now.
So, all right. So.
I'm gonna look at the spoiler picture I sent.
Actually, send it to me, and I'll put it up on the screen.
But it's a spoiler.
Well, we kind of beat the game now, so I think it's safe. Let me know when you've sent it, and I'll put it up on the screen.
Okay, it has nothing. It has nothing to do with this.
Okay.
It does. It has to do with the info dump that we got later.
Yeah, just send it to me. I want to see.
Oh, I'll send it to you on
Messenger. Yeah.
Okay. It basically it's that the article on Lauren Rafferty.
Well, let me see for myself.
Okay. Hang on. What did I do? Hang on. It's basically an article on Lauren Rafferty showing that she uses the name Roottrees now. So it just gave you that hint to search for Lauren Roottrees. Remember we were like...
Oh yeah, well we just guessed that maybe she went back to her.
Yeah, because we were like, oh, there's one more. I don't remember how we realized there was another book. How did we realize there was another book to look for? Honey? How did we realize that we needed to search Lauren?
I started with the swashbucklings, then it was re-released at X Marks the Spot.
Yes, and then we couldn't find X Marks the Spot, so then we searched under Lauren.
I searched under Lauren Roottrees, and then it mentioned the other book.
Yeah, so the way we kind of missed this was that we just missed. So we just thought we searched swashbucklers. Yeah, this one just hints you to search for Lauren Roottrees as the author of the next one, basically, I think. I didn't really look at it.
Alright, hang on. I'm going to share this with whoever's watching this. Okay. Crop. Save. Spoilers. Okay. And let's go ahead and open that.
Yeah, I don't know. It says that her diary is being released under the name Roottrees.
Okay.
Didn't we have that? I don't know. I'm still a little bit confused.
I don't know why Chrome decided it's always on top. But I hate it. Thanks. Alright.
That's what happens when you let a search engine take over the world. Hear that, spider search?
Why is that not here?
So this once it pops up, you'll see that it gives a hint to that you need to search Lauren Roottrees to find some of her books. So I don't know if that's the only hint, and that I don't know if you still have to search, you still have to do what we did. You still have to search swashbucklers and get X Marks the Spot, and then you get X Marks the Spot from that, and then you get Roottrees from this. Whereas we just made a deduction to search for, not a deduction, but I don't know what we made. We made a guess to search for Lauren Roottrees, and so this nudged you.
Yeah.
But I would have read this ages before. Well, maybe not.
Okay.
And where's the swashbuckler book that we didn't? Oh, that was under Rafferty, I guess.
Yeah, swashbuckler.
But see, this is Lauren Roottrees though. I don't know. It's not Rafferty. I don't know. I'm honestly confused.
I'm having trouble opening this in Internet Explorer. So hang on.
Let's use Netscape Navigator extension. Actually, that was gone.
Let's use Mosaic. Okay, hold on.
Wait, Internet Explorer exists still?
Internet Explorer does exist still, yes.
You can tell I haven't used a PC in like a decade. I thought that, oh, no, you know what it is? They stopped supporting it on Mac a long time ago. So in my mind, it no longer exists. That's why I was like, didn't they get rid of it? Get rid of it for Mac.
There we go. Okay. I would love to crop this. We're going to remove this. Actually. Delete. I don't want you to see all the things I have open. Jeez Louise. Alright. There we go. Okay, this is what I need.
Okay, so this is what we're going to compare this to what happens in the version. Well, actually, it might be in this version because we did update. So this may have been in the version we have now, but not.
We may not have researched
not the version we saw. So this is searching Lauren Roottrees, but did we search Lauren? Did we ever?
So when we searched Lauren Roottrees,
I'm confused about how this helps because you would have searched Lauren Rafferty and then gotten her book name and then searched her book. So I feel like searching Lauren Roottrees, you already know to search Lauren Roottrees. So I'm not sure what this is giving me, to be very honest with you.
Now her diary is being released under her birth name, Roottrees. Yeah, so
does that give you a hint that there's a new diary?
I guess, but also like how to find it once you have the title. But
I already forgot.
Sorry, but even to get the title, you had to already know that she did X marks the spot under Roottrees.
Right.
So it's kind of like there's a bit of a leap.
I'm a little confused actually. I forgot. It was like 15 minutes ago and I already forgot how we got to our second diary.
Swashbuckler, yada yada,
Mm-hmm.
re-released as X marks the spot. Mm-hmm. X marks the spot didn't show up under Lauren Rafferty, so I tried Lauren Roottrees.
Oh, and then it said she's also the author of upcoming blah blah blah.
Yeah, like 10 years later, the new diary.
Okay, got it. So you really had to search for that book.
Yeah, no, that was a single hard required chain path to get to that information. There was no negotiating.
So if you search Lauren Roottrees, then this is just giving you a little bit of a hint, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we oh, sorry, hang on here. I didn't actually put it up for people to see. Because I am awesome at this, is what I am.
You're so good. I am a gamer. I'd like to look at, I'm curious to see what our current build has as when you search Lauren Roottrees.
Yeah, we can go ahead and take a look.
Do it.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and hide the image again. And let's see if we get the same results.
Yeah, I don't know what build is. It might be in this build already. It might be in this already, but apparently it was not in the build.
Fun trick. If you degauss the screen, it stops making the modem noise.
Well, learn that one 3 migraines later. Yeah, so this but this wasn't, my understanding is this wasn't the screen we viewed when we looked her up originally. So that's interesting. She's Lauren Rafferty doesn't show up at all. I'm confused already.
That's a typo. There should be a lowercase I.
Yep. Butler County.
No, we don't have it.
Okay. Yes, this is.
Yeah, so we don't have the text here that says, "Oh, she." That wouldn't have necessarily. I mean, it would have drawn our attention there, but like.
But I'm a little confused because we looked her up as Lauren Rafferty. Oh, no, I get it. Okay, her fiction was under Rafferty.
Right. Well, no, her first diary was also under Rafferty.
And then this says, from the diary of Lauren Roottrees, life between two wars. Was it that by Lauren Rafferty?
Yes.
I can check. We have the cover. It's like right.
Oh, no, she also did by Lauren Roottrees.
I'm actually confused now.
So her fiction was Rafferty. Her nonfiction was Roottrees.
Yeah.
Except for the X marks the spot, which was also Roottrees. I'm a little confused.
Okay, so
now.
it was always Roottrees, but you just had to get it. You just had to get to the X marks the spot page.
Yeah.
To figure it out. Okay.
Which was a little on the nose, huh?
And you had to search for Rafferty and Roottrees to get her. See, I forgot that we had been searching her as Roottrees all along. Okay, that's interesting. I still don't know how we find Silver Screen.
Yeah. How do we find Silver Screen magazine? Let's see.
I wonder if it was just mentioned somewhere. Like, the same way we found Starlit. Like, they're like, someone was like, oh, Gwen couldn't make it. And she's, her stuff is all over the pages of Silver Screen magazine. That wasn't really about him. You know what I mean? There might have been an oblique reference to it. We have a Brother Trouble in the Butler County Times. Maybe they were just so excited about local brothers starting a TV show.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the old magazine, right? He is the president of RR Productions. Jeez Louise. Let's see. ORPC. What do you think OR stands for?
What?
ORPC.
Oh. Maybe it's like an inside joke or a reference. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a mystery. So we've hundoed the deductions. We have not hundoed the evidence.
Right.
We don't. There's a whole other magazine called Silver Screen, which gives us the information that we needed to deduce what the deal was with Robert Roottrees.
I don't know.
What's up?
I don't know. I'm a little stuck.
I give up.
Yep.
Maybe he goes by Ron.
Well, Rob goes by Robbie. But I don't think Teen Girls wouldn't. Well, I guess there are sometimes the producers are in there. But I say teen Girls don't really care about the producers, but they are like just sideways referenced in the article about them meeting at a party.
Yeah.
See here, it says one of the creators of Brother Trouble. That's what's driving me crazy. Like there's a hint there. Like I feel like that's a slight hint that like there's another relevant creator.
Right.
But I just don't know how to.
I don't know how to get there.
Don't know how to get to it. Like, I wonder if it's supposed to be like, this really seems autobiographical. I wonder what happened. You scared me. Oh, okay. Yeah, we did get this, I think, once before. Okay, so now search RR Productions.
No, we did not get this because we kept searching Ronald Roottrees.
Oh, and he does get references Ron.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like I remember seeing that screen before. And like the show's canceled partway through. And
got it. Yes.
But how did you get Robbie Roottrees?
What do you mean? Because he's... Oh, like, how'd I know his nickname was Robbie?
Yeah, you cheater.
I saw it somewhere.
You did not.
I legitimately saw it somewhere.
You are lying.
Look. Boop. See?
I remember seeing that screen before that. I was like, oh, it was canceled after season 2. Maybe that was on that same second paragraph was on a different entry as well. But I remember seeing that, but I think we just didn't think that much about it at the time. About at the time I don't think RR Productions meant anything to us. I was like, we don't know Robbie.
So Ron Roottrees gets you to RR Productions. He's referred to as it's like Ron and what's her name's house.
Yeah.
So even if you didn't get to Robbie Roottrees from there,
right, you get Ron Roottrees.
You get Ron Roottrees, which gives you RR Productions, right?
Right. That's what I want to. That's what I would hope would lead you to
Robbie.
Robbie.
So through here, now we get the name Robbie Roottrees.
Oh, there we go. Okay, that's where we get Robbie.
So Robbie Roottrees. I've been looking up Robert Roottrees.
Got it. Okay, I didn't really.
That's the problem. So you go here and you're like Robbie Roottrees, and you get Silver Screen Magazine. Okay, so now we go to the periodicals, and we say
if there's more like just for fun and more info about Gwen in there.
Silver Screen Magazine, and we say Ron Roottrees. Just be thorough. Okay. Huh? Oh, it's just probably Silver Screen. Pretty sure I copied and pasted that.
Huh.
Silver Screen Magazine.
Maybe we need to serve Brother trouble. Where's the...
It's implying that the title of the magazine is wrong.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. And you tried Silver Screen?
Yeah.
Without magazine?
Maybe. Oh, you know what? I have to get it added to the list of periodicals first, or it's not going to work. Is that what's going on here?
Oh, that could be. I don't know.
Oh.
Okay.
So there's a typo on the previous page, because there's definitely a space on the other page. I copied and pasted it, and there's no space here. So pick a lane. Space or no space.
Yeah, that definitely threw us.
All right.
But I appreciate that hint, though. I mean, or maybe it's supposed to be like that. Maybe you've got bad info and you're supposed to search it, and then that seems a little bit annoying, to be honest.
So, Ronnie.
Sweet.
Okay. Don't blame nepotism. He gets results. After finding some small screen success, first as a director for many soap opera episodes, and then stepping in as a showrunner to turn around a few struggling productions, he started to start his own television production company. Born in the U.S., grew up in Paris with famous parents, gobbled up American cinema whenever he could, and was old enough to return to Hollywood to attend film school. He brings a special kind of charisma and an eye for unusual shots, particularly when it comes to comedy. Those he's worked with have gone on record as saying he's an attentive director who can work with actors to make sure the timing of jokes lands perfectly, which is good because he married a comedian. Ron plans to pitch new shows to major television studios as soon as 1986. Until then, he plans to find the right project. He's occasionally called upon his younger brother Robbie for script punch-ups, and has thought about bringing him into the fold. Right. So, like even if we didn't go look this up, we've already got ample evidence that he's a screenwriter. Allegedly tried and convicted under French law. Allegedly embezzled from his company RR Productions to fuel gambling. Fled to Paris. And then assaulted an officer who came to question him. Right, so this is this is confirmation of the Roottrees versus RR incident, right? Like, gotcha. Okay, we have all the mysteries. The last question is this little girl here. I lost my window. So I guess we'll follow up and we will ask the developer if we were supposed to infer she was a dancer based on like nobody else being a dancer. I think that's kind of, that seems like that may have been the logical hint. What do you think, hon?
I'd love to find out. There could be something else we missed. But I did appreciate the recap at the end of all the evidence.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I guess this is going to be our last video on this game. Any parting thoughts?
Thank you for letting us test it because I really, really enjoyed it. And I also am very opinionated and enjoy sharing my opinion. But I think we had a lot of fun playing it. I'm sad that it's over. I want part 2 or something. I was really hoping that it was going to be like, oh, here's more stuff for you to solve. Like, just kidding. It's not just the last 2 because it was really fun. I kind of want to know. I don't know. I want to know more about like what ends up happening. I guess I want an epilogue or something. I want to find out like how she uses that info.
Well, the obvious sequel is the Andersons are alive, right?
I guess so. Yeah, I just want to find out more. Like, did we ever find out what was the feud between Caroline and Carl?
I think it was just the fighting over either bringing Sam back into the fold, like because Carl actually sent money to Sam's children and grandchildren.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe they didn't.
Maybe they didn't like that, or it could be like the succession of the presidents, like Ernie Jr. becoming the president, like after Gus. Passing. Yeah, no, after Gus.
Also, does this mean that the Roottrees curse is just like a coincidence and a conspiracy theory? So like Zach, Ernie, Guy, not in that order. Zach, Guy, Ernie, and Carl all died young coincidentally? Because we do talk about, I don't know if we're missing something or it was just meant to be left up in the air. Maybe there'll be like another game, please. Yeah, because we don't know, like, remember, so Ernie, it sounded like he needed some kind of transplant, but I also thought there was one article somewhere that hinted that he might have been poisoned, but obviously the conspiracy theories are also, like, some of them are just crazy. Then, like, Guy Hudson was, like, run off the road, and then all of a sudden, Carl and his whole family died in a plane crash. Like, it's a little odd. And then, like, we also said there are all these issues with the money. Like, so Ernie didn't. It's interesting. The presidents specifically didn't. Some of the presidents specifically didn't have money. Like, I think they said that Guy was the one who was a crappy president, right? So Guy, I think, basically they made it sound like he was like spending a lot of money. Like he had.
Well, he made like bad decisions. Like he introduced products people didn't like.
Right, but I don't know if there was anything about him wasting his personal money, but Ernie certainly was broke, and then
Carl spent his personal fortune.
Spent his money on Root, and then maybe that's irrelevant because maybe Root was so profitable that he had the Root money, and that's why he had a private jet or something. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it's just red herrings and misdirects, I guess. But I was expecting there to be like a little more to find out about, like more definitively what the feud is between CM and Carl, and then also like I don't know. I guess some kind of resolution on whether there is a Roottrees curse, or whether these were murders. You know, so that people would get. I mean, obviously, I guess the more people you murder, the more money there is to split amongst other people. But
yeah, well, I mean, that's an interesting thing. Like, it'd be interesting if a follow up to this game were like a deductive reasoning mystery where like it's the same cast of characters, but you're trying to figure out like who murdered whom and why. Because like there seemed to like there were a number of untimely deaths, and then like on top of that there's I mean, like jumping back to Obra Dinn, right? Like, who are they? How did they die? Right?
Yeah.
Like, who are they? What was their job, and how did they die? Well, we know who they are and what their job is, but we don't know how they died.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something there. Maybe there's a there. Maybe there's some DLC, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if we're meant, and maybe we missed something. So I wonder if we're meant to I wonder if it's meant to be left completely up in the air, or if we're meant to believe like, oh, there really is no curse, because we've been able to like, okay, or there's no like I never thought there was actually a curse. I just thought there was like when I say like the Roottrees curse being real, I kind of think of it as like a murder plot.
Yeah, right.
So maybe it's just like, okay, the Roottrees curse was like a red herring thing to like lead you down this like the conspiracy theory rabbit hole, like just for fun, and it's totally fake, and we're to know it's fake because we know how they all died. Or if it's left up in the air that there's some kind, like, there's some kind of murder plot, which to me seemed like, a way it might go, because there's so much money involved, and there's like at least two people who, well, now we know multiple people who aren't getting their right share of the money.
Right. So yeah, I think that's a really cool angle, and I'll leave it with some just like usability notes. I think on the tree, like for sure, like at this stage in the game when we're done, I really would love like confirmation on this name. Like I got it right.
Yeah,
like,
I bet that's just an oversight.
Yeah, I want my yellow. it's locked.
Right.
Right. I also wonder what happens when you put it's locked now, so I can't go back and put the wrong name and see how the ending is different. So that's something interesting. Like I'm wondering if like there's another playthrough out there where somebody got it wrong to see what happens. In terms of usability,
oh yeah, like is there a bad ending? I guess.
Yeah, I would love like to be able to scroll through non-confirmed portraits, just like have like a hotkey, like maybe like left bracket, right bracket, or something, like that just scrolls to the next, like assign a tree order, like maybe like a pre-traversal, like boom, was it boom, 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 like this, right, like, but like some ordering of the tree where if I hit like right bracket, it takes me to the next unconfirmed thing in the tree. Like, because I found, especially toward the end, spotting where I had maybe put something in but it was not confirmed, there's just a lot of signal here, and like it's hard to pick it out visually.
I didn't have that problem, but I can see because there are a lot of different colors on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, like one other note that I'll suggest is, like, I don't know if this shade of red is color blindness safe for like the divorce exes and for the female members of the family.
It also is a little bit hard to read. The black one and red.
Yeah, and the font is very hard to read when you're not like
that could be
zoomed in as well.
My old ass eyes. But I wonder if we could make that font. I wonder if that font could be a little bigger inside the box.
I think there's enough room for the font to be bigger.
Yeah, it might be.
Another thing about usability is I want to say that like the key is here twice, which is like the key is good, but I feel like the key maybe should be like a collapsible at the bottom where it says like click here to show the key, and you can pop it up and then pop it back down and just never see it again, because I didn't even notice that key was up there, because after you get these first two pictures, and like these are like literally after you do the sisters, these are the next two you're gonna get, right? And you're never looking at that part of the tree again, so you're like zoomed in underneath. You never are, like, the key is never in your view.
That's a good point.
After that,
yeah,
like I did not scroll back up to these two, like, for any reason, like except desperation, at any point. And I think the last thing about the tree itself maybe is,
so I don't know if this probably would just make it look stupid, but like in my mind, like what I wished I could do would be like highlight each generation, and like let's say put like the free spirits, like they have like a yellow background, or I don't know, just one I don't know what color would work because there's some the colors on the screen are so
different.
Like
have like swim lanes where it's like
like have stripes, and then like also just to be able to like plop the full picture down like to the left of it. This is not really something realistic, but like have swim lanes like you said and have them be color coded, and then also be able to somehow just like pop up. Okay, this picture. You know what I mean? Like if I
like just put all the pictures from that picture in the lane, and then you could start putting them out like in the same lane or something.
That I think is leading too much. But I just wish you could be like, okay, this is the next gens, and then like maybe you can like pop. You can like if I were really doing this, I would put the next gens picture in line with the next gens, just so I could get a. It just took me. I just still like. As you can tell watching this playthrough, like I multiple times like had to like stop and like go back and be like, okay, am I getting the getting the family tree right?
What would be cool is if I could click anywhere in the tree, even after I've confirmed it, and say like, show me their first cousins, and it would highlight just their first cousins. And it's like, show me their second cousins. It would just highlight their second cousins.
But I mean, I guess like figuring that out based on the family tree though is like part of the.
I get it, but I feel like there's a lot of visual noise. Like I don't know that there's a better way to do it because after all, it is a family tree. But like, if you're thinking of somebody who is not able to sort of. Like even me, like just like with a little bit of ADHD kind of action going on. Like I'm flitting around between like.
I wonder if putting the tags on, making the name tags. That might make it more crowded because you have less like white space, but just making the name tags bigger would help. Because like looking at I'm actually a little bit further away from the computer, so I can't read a damn thing. But I think even sitting at like a normal distance is hard to see. So I wonder if making the names more visual would help, or it might make it look cartoony. I'm not really sure.
And again, the one like visual thing out of all the photos, this one looks the most unearthly. Like they're not all in the same room at the same time.
Yeah, lighting.
Like the lighting is off.
Like the lighting on who's the one with the glasses? Ernie Jr. Like especially Ernie Jr. He's like he's a different color.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the one who he looks pasted on. They all look. I mean, I guess when you're doing when you don't have, obviously you're not using like real photographs.
Well,
you're limited, but I feel like maybe there's a way to make it look a little bit. This picture's just friggin' cursed.
It is a cursed picture. Well, there's lots of things going on. Like the picture's in sepia, but her dress isn't. Right, her dress is the wrong color for this picture. His shirt is the wrong color for this picture. His shirt is the wrong color for this picture if this was developed in a sepia process. So like that just immediately takes you out of it.
Also, sepia like wasn't as common in the 70s. Like the 70s film had its own. It did have like a more orangey cast to it, but it wouldn't be straight sepia like the next gen's picture would be.
Right, and then like what also kills it for me is the focus is not correct. In that like everybody at the same depth of field should be at the same focus. So like in a group picture like this, if let's say Caroline here is out of focus, anyone who's standing next to her at the same distance from the camera should be equally out of focus. And he's not. Right? And he's not. And she's not, but she's got this other blurry artifact, so it's hard to say that. So like and he looks more crisp than they do, and they're right in front. So it's hard to tell like where the focal point of the camera is. Makes it look very like a very unrealistic picture. And then like just in terms of like the positioning of the people and the relative height and distance.
I'm also curious if there were like some of the people.
This is so this guy here, his left arm is behind Carl. Carl is like way behind him. Like so like the proportions are just way off. Mm-hmm. Like his left arm should be visible in front of Carl.
I'm also curious about like, for example, like we picked out like in this picture I identified Jim just because he looked like the other pictures of Jim, But he also has something on his head, so I'm just wondering if there were other clues.
It's a Burger King crown. It's his birthday.
Maybe. So I'm also just wondering if there were like other clues as to who these people are.
Well, I mean,
that we missed, I guess it was like Miracle and Eli.
Like November being the smallest one with the handwritten scroll on the back was the hint from here. The thick glasses, which we get from another clue, tells you that she and he
right,
are,
and that's how you get, because we guessed. Yeah. Okay, so we
had him before that.
We had
by process of elimination.
We had eliminated him between him and Clark.
Right, because he looks like Clark with a mustache.
Yeah. So, but you don't have to rely on that he looks like Clark.
Being able to
you got the glasses.
Well, being able to put pictures side by side even after you've used them would actually be a really cool thing.
But I don't really like that. I don't really, especially since they're not real people.
I guess.
I don't like relying on. I don't really. Yeah, that was a good one.
I like that you could Eli's name tag is in the picture.
But I didn't like. I don't really like just like. I didn't really like being like. Like for example, like Jim. I picked out Jim right away. Looks like Jim, but I didn't. I would rather there be. I didn't want to have to rely on that, I guess.
I also don't understand why nobody is smiling anywhere in this game.
The boys and girls agree.
Boys.
Cute little faces.
Okay, this child is smiling, and the boys and girls agree. You're right.
The children are smiling. Oh, not even all the children are smiling.
Like these two children are smiling in the ad. Angelina's smiling.
Angelica?
So plot wise, thematically, right?
Angelica?
Like that, nobody's smiling here because they're like, why the hell are you making Miracle and Sam be in this picture? They're not part of our group.
Yeah, but then again, Miracle and Sam should. Well, maybe not Sam, but.
I mean, Sam should.
Well, maybe Miracle's mad about Sam too.
I mean, Miracle is like, what the hell am I doing here? I'm a 5-piece. I don't belong here. So I understand everybody in this picture being unhappy. I don't understand everyone in this picture being unhappy.
Yes, it's a fun reunion.
I don't know why everyone's unhappy here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, I know why she's unhappy. She's very pregnant, and she's been standing there for like an hour while they try and get the picture right, and November keeps fidgeting, and this one keeps blinking. So obviously, she has a right to be upset. But everyone else...
Yeah, forget that.
Get some chill.
Yep. Okay, these were very long final thoughts.
Yeah,
Do you have anything else to add?
There was one more suggestion for the developer. I don't know, this is maybe this is a dumb idea. I found that it was very difficult to play this game in multiple sessions. For two reasons. One, I would forget what I was doing last and what I was about to do next. It might be easy enough to just kind of keep in your notes a little tab that says history. You looked at this web page, you changed the picture, you changed this picture, and have it a way to get to the picture, or you added the name Clark Rafferty to this picture, or you added this picture to Clark Rafferty, or whatever. Just the last several things that you did, and then maybe a little space when you say save and quit. And it's are you sure? Maybe just would you like to jot down a note of what you were about to do for next time, and that can pop up right at the beginning. I don't know. Maybe
I do. The notebook grew on me at first. I was I'd rather use a real notebook, but I like it. I like the periodicals list is there.
Again, I wish this auto-populated in the PC. I wish, I know this is supposed to be like a curses app from a public library in the 1980s or 90s, but even they had little drop downs.
I like that you could name the tabs though.
Yeah.
And that you could copy and paste.
Yes. So the idea once you've typed in a name once and it's in your periodicals list, maybe it just there's a little drop down and I can just... And yes, please put history here. I was even thinking it'd be really cool if every time you see a search result for the first time, you get a little ding and says like added to your history. So like that way, if you're going in circles, you'll realize it because you're like, oh, this isn't dinging. I must have looked at this before, right?
Yeah, because there were things that I was like. I mean, it did end up being important, but I'm interested in like, oh, did we look at this before and I missed details, or is this like a new article I somehow didn't stumble upon? And again, I would love like a recap screen at the end that's like, you solved the case in so many hours and you searched, you know,
this many out of this many
exactly.
unique searches.
You solved this many dots of the family tree. You did 33 out of 42 spider searches, which it might be hard to do because I know sometimes, many search terms could go to the same page or something.
Where are all the Easter eggs also?
What do you mean? I like to search on.
We found like one or two, right?
You found the miracle. You found the doubles. There was something else. I don't think it wasn't Chest Stealer, but it was like something like that. I think where you searched something and had like a funny.
Yeah, like I like that.
And you searched miracles, and they were like, "Oh, that's funny."
It's like the pluralization of.
Yeah, pluralization things is fun. I wonder if there's any search terms like, since obviously this game is like very much inspired by the Return of the Obra Dinn, like if there's any search terms regarding to that.
Oh, found one! Yeah, yes.
Flutinies are bread. That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
But uses fictional elements.
And it even has a clue.
If you haven't yet written it down, I recommend you if you have it, circle it. That's cute.
Nice.
But don't they talk about Butler County, a real county in Philadelphia? Is missing an I. But don't they talk about? I feel like they talked about it being. I thought they talked about it being Pittsburgh all the time. Was that my imagination?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just like a note. I don't know how well you know the geography of Pennsylvania. Philadelphia and Pittsburgh are opposite ends of the state.
No, but do they mention Pittsburgh other times?
Pittsburgh was mentioned, but like I didn't.
Or maybe somebody moved and it was just I just missed that. But I thought Butler County was near Pittsburgh because there were so many Pittsburgh references.
Yeah, I don't know.
Randomly pick somewhere on the map near a major metro area. Sound reasonable and hope to not to somehow accidentally offend the people that actually live there. This is cute. I appreciate this.
Yeah, I'm glad I yeah, very nice. But like
now I want to search like everything. Now, and once again, I'll never get any sleep tonight. We still have the game. We can still spider search to our heart's content. So maybe we should end our video, which is probably like 2.5 hours by now.
Maybe. All right. Well, anyone who has been watching, thanks so much for being patient with us as we made our way through this game. It took us about 7 hours total, over 6 sessions, or 6 videos, with 4 sessions.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 videos, 4 sessions.
Okay.
And thanks for being patient with our feedback to the developer. This is, after all, a beta, and we do want to point out all the typos and the little quality of life things. And yeah, occasionally something stupid we do actually changes the game. Like searching for 5 pieces original instead of just 5 pieces.
Yep.
So
which set us back quite a bit.
That
like a lot.
Yeah, that was quite the info dump. But we got there. We got there. We didn't even use the super secret screenshot.
Yep.
Which was related to the thing we were missing.
Yeah,
but we got there without it.
We did. Yeah, I'm glad. I feel good that we beat it, and it just makes me want to play more puzzle games and solve more mysteries. So, I think we have to work on that. Maybe Outer Wilds next. I somehow completely did not play that game yet.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, until next time.
Bye.
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 Well, welcome to our Stocks Gun. Make no trouble. Bye.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.